that's where we invite a special guest, maybe a hometown homie, a traveling poet, maybe a collective or group to come
Showcase.
a showcase, a little tiny desk concert, but no desk and almost a concert, just like that. And no, well, YouTube is involved still.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Okay.
It's a desk concert for those at home watching the live stream. That is like right next to
Yes, it is.
Hi, everyone.
Lovely. So yeah, thank you so much. Let's do a round of applause for our amazing venue, Dragonfly Cafe. If you want to make some extra noise and show some love, you can make the sound of drinking through a straw. I was trying to ask Nikolai to give me a straw earlier.
And I thought he was like doing like poison dart spitting or something. I was very confused.
Okay, I was actually shooting darts your way, so I missed that in my part.
Better luck next time, I guess.
But yeah, shout out to them. They've been our lovely hosts for almost a few years now, almost. So definitely support the venue. They have incredible food and drink. I am indulging in a wonderful latte, and I got a lovely chicken salad wrap earlier. So I'll give you some recommendations. Check it out. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. How do we continue to enjoy the space and take care of our neighbors while we're here at the Untitled? Nikolai, would you like to start us off and help us
Yeah,
get
sure.
a better understanding of that?
Yeah, it's been a minute for me. I wasn't here for anything last month. Big sad, but I'm here now.
We miss you.
Thank you. Come back and everything's different. Alrighty, so we like to do a lot of call and response. We encourage active listening and engaging with the poems or stories or anything that's being shared on the mic. So if someone has something that they just wrote, something that's new, what do we say, Ricky?
New shit.
Yep. And if there's something dusty, crusty, like a Tumblr post from like
I'm still
from
on
like
top.
from like a however long ago, we got some old shit.
Oh shit.
And then we got things in between.
In between shit.
Exactly. So if you say the thing and shit with you, we will also say the thing and shit with you.
Yeah.
Sounds like community, exactly.
Love that, love that. So yeah, exactly. Ways to engage, because this is open mic, even though it's really intimate and cozy and kind of slightly stretched out, like a bad Photoshop job, it is actually very heartfelt, warm, and wholesome. So feel free to add to the space, give energy back. All the ways that we can do that is if you hear something that you like, you can maybe snap. Can we practice snapping real quick? Ooh. Some people like myself can't snap that well right now, but just kind of doing some hand gestures kind of adds to the vibe. You can do a one hand clap as well. Maybe can we do
High fives.
yeah, just wow? Imagine you high five someone after every performance. That's gonna be amazing. Maybe something just hit on the stage. If you want to, can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe something was really touching your soul and you will respond, ooh. Can I get a let's go poet?
Let's go, poet.
All right. So those are a few of the ways for you to engage. The idea is you have to help keep the energy in the space contagious. So if a performer is on here giving energy, the invitation is for you to give energy back. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Back to being here in our lovely space. We want to make this feel like a comforting, brave home. Not just Nikolai and myself and the rest of our team, our organizers, trying to keep the space a welcoming and creative and brave space. We invite all of y'all who are not only guests, but also caretakers of this open mic to hold that responsibility as well. With that, there is, unfortunately, at times harmful and problematic ideas and language that can be very harmful to our community, our neighbors. We really hope and try to practice not having that, you know, be a part of this space. So, with that being said, let's be mindful of that. We do not tolerate hateful and harmful language and attitudes towards our lovely neighbors here in our community. We want to also practice consent in regards to not only physical boundaries but also emotional boundaries. All of those things we'll talk a little bit more about. But if you are with us and being a caretaker of the Untitled Open Mic, can I get a woo woo? All right, I love that. I love
Call response.
that. Perfect, perfect.
Speaking of call and response and dialogue and all that fun, funky stuff, although we do encourage interaction with anyone who is on this microphone, we do ask that any like side conversations and whatnot are volume-wise kept to, pretty low, like a soft whisper, soft speaking, perhaps a little ASMR conversation. Just out of respect for the performers on the microphone as well as your fellow audience members. Not everyone has the same hearing abilities as other folks, and people might be further or closer away from the speakers. I mean, we do sound checks and all that kind of stuff, but you never know. So just to be respectful. Also, Ricky and I make it look really easy to get up here and just talk and talk and talk, but it can be nerve-wracking for folks. So just be respectful both on and off the microphone, and touching back on what Ricky was saying. Actually, first thing, if you are going to be on this microphone and you know that you're going to be sharing something that has stronger or potentially triggering content, just for a little trigger warning, we ask that you do that so that folks can take care of themselves if they need to. And audience members, if someone brings up a trigger warning, you think, I don't think I can do that right now. Totally cool. Please protect your peace. There's an exit to a balcony over there. There's an exit over there. Additionally, speaking of exits, there are gendered restrooms on this floor, which are accessible through a key by the register. There are gendered restrooms on the floor below us. They don't need a key. There's more stalls and there's better lighting for mirror selfies. So do what you gotta do. If you gotta poop, go poop. I like that. Got the snap for that. Yes, respect on the microphone. Just because someone shares something heavier on the open mic might not necessarily mean they want to have a conversation about that piece and those topics afterwards. So just be respect. This is our home for this evening, and we want this to be a safe and comfy, cozy home for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nikolai, hitting on all those points. Of course, you don't have to be nice on the microphone.
Don't be nice.
Be
necessary.
What that means just you can be honest, raw, create important dialogue, and express yourself in an authentic ways and truthful ways. We also like to say. Fuck shit up, but
no fucked up shit.
And we'll let you know when you fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Growing moments, we're all about trying to keep this home a home that we want to continue to grow. So this is I appreciate y'all listening through our lovely housekeeping.
One more thing.
Of course,
in regards to the no fucked up shit. This should go without saying, but sometimes things happen. There is zero tolerance for any inappropriate comments made about anyone who is on this microphone. We don't want these things to happen, and you guys are a pretty cool audience, so shouldn't happen tonight. We hope it never happens again, but just putting that out there.
For sure. We love to engage with performers, but be mindful of that.
Again, respect.
Beautiful. Um, if we're forgetting anything else, we'll let y'all know. But we want to set up the stage really well.
If it is your first time on the Untitled Open Microphone, please let us know. More importantly, if it is your second time on the Untitled Open Microphone, also let us know. If it's your third time, thank you very much for being here, but you don't have to say anything. You'll say it.
Awesome. Cool. With that being said,
Jeffries is
y'all,
my middle name.
appreciate y'all so much. We won't bully y'all to sit in the front row because everywhere is the front row. With that being said, are y'all ready for an open mic? We're going in no particular order, about 5 minutes or so for each presenter, each performer. On deck, Nikolai, do you know who we have on deck?
I don't even know where the sign-up sheet is, so no.
All right, who do we have on deck? We'll let y'all know who's on deck and who's up next, okay?
On deck, we have. Yeah. Liv Kate, you are on deck.
All right, but to kind of get y'all to practice and warm up, I'm really excited to bring the energy, welcoming our lovely co-host. Make some noise for Nicola!
Hi everyone, it's me again. I never left. Alrighty. I was gonna make you guys choose between like a new poem I have and a fan favorite, but from like the three people I talked to, everyone wanted the fan favorite. So
Your fans said that?
yeah, they did.
There you go.
This is Look at the Moon.
Yes.
See, yeah, see. We can't always see her, but she's always there. She's always there. And when my eyes lay upon her, I can't help but stop and stare. And what I see is her beauty. It captivates me. I'm captivated by her glow, and I know that the light she gives is borrowed from the sun, but not even the star that keeps our planet alive and thriving can compare. Nothing can compare to what makes me stop and stare at our beautiful moon. Whether nighttime or noon, it's not soon enough until I see her again. Whether shining through my blinds and bleeding into my room through my window, or in the parking lot of my work when I have a closing shift and my dad picks me up and I look in awe and say to him, "Look at the moon." Indeed, I implore you, all of you, to look at the moon. A year ago today, whether it's the day I'm writing this or the day I'm reading this, or maybe 2 or 3 or 10 years ago from when I'm reading this, depending on how time decides to occur, I was on Camp Erfron in Kuwait and allowing myself to await my return to my home. But I knew that wherever I were to roam, whether Kuwait or Saudi, or sitting outside my porch listening to Son and singing along to Audi, no matter where I was or am or will be or who I'm with, I know that for as long as time exists, so will she. And despite how poignant and celestially palpable it is, I don't envy her beauty. My sun, my star, exploded in a supernova when he left me for one of my favorite shades of green. But I'm left with no envy for her or the moon that watched us while we loved on Camp Erishon. Because that same moon watched me as a child, as a tween, as a teenager, as a young adult in this country or the next, and saw me come back home. And one Thursday night in the parking lot of my church, before I got on the back of the motorcycle I rode there with my best friend, merely days before a concert that would change my life and allow me to meet people who are more deserving of the titles of hero and lifesaver than me, I bruised my knee. But before I did that, I looked up at the sky with my glasses off so I could put on my helmet. I looked up to the sky and saw her for probably the millionth time in my life, but with all of the adoration in the universe, I said to my best friend Adam, "Look at the moon." I'm still here, you can't get rid of me. Alrighty, on deck, Levi, you are on deck. But up next, we have a homie who has some a little extra stuff to share with us. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'll let this homie introduce the various things. Make some noise for the homie Liv K. Clap to the homie that
Hello, everybody. How are we feeling tonight? I like that. Well, I have some exciting news. Well, I feel it's very exciting. I just published my first ever collection of poems. It is called The Beauty and Vices, and you can purchase them out right next to the community library. We can take cash or Venmo. But yeah, I hope you guys are interested. I took some time writing this, and I had a lot of mixed emotions, and I never thought this was possible, but I finally got my copies last week, and I went like, oh my god, I did it! Yeah, I'm actually gonna read a poem off of this. Because why not? I've been wanting to read bullshit. I've been wanting to read this poem for a while, but I was a little bit hesitant. I was like, I don't know if it's time yet, but I think today's the day to do it. This poem is called To Mama and Papa. It has a little. I'm gonna give a warning. It has a little bit of like heavy shit. Yeah. Dear Mama and Papa, I hope all is well and life gets better for both of you. You must be reading this surprised by what's about to happen. I haven't been honest with you about myself. Neither of you will like this, but things will get better. I decided to leave home because I never felt like I belonged. I always pleased everyone's desires besides my own, but it ended up harming me. No matter how tired, angry, and upset I was with you all, I pushed through. You each gave me strengths and flaws I continue to work on. Mom, I remember the day after everything happened with your raging, piercing eyes screaming on top of your lungs and humiliating me for my gender, sexuality, and what I did wrong. I spoke and knew nothing I said will make you understand. I should have done it at Brandon's place, but the shame would have been the same. I disrespected you because I felt untouchable and always pleased you. You never made me want to be my authentic self around you, no matter how much kindness you gave as you told everyone our dilemmas. You say you never left home before, but I remember you were in the same boat as I was, just in different circumstances. Will you ever forgive the wrongs you've committed instead of putting it on others? Dad, I remember you always defending your family, making my mom feel less and not being there for our ups and downs. My rage for you burned slowly, causing me to lash out. You gave the same speeches over and over. I grew tired. You just defended everyone, no matter the price, because deep down, I knew standing up for myself and others doesn't make me a coward or owing you anything. No matter how many times you go to prison, you'll never freaking change. It makes me realize why you were afraid of talking crap about my mom. The pains no longer hold me, becoming part of my vices. I grew into a strong individual, ready to take the world. My heart accelerates while I write this, yet I hope each of you can forgive me one day. The longer you hold it in, the deeper you will go. Thank you.
right. Make some noise for the homie Liv Gate. Be sure to check out the books at the community library. Speaking of community, since this is an extended open mic, if anyone else coming up here has community announcements, shows, showcases, things, whatever. Did you just get a dog? We want to know. They didn't tell me to say that. Feel free to share. Okay, no, yeah, I guess they're not okay. It's mandatory now. If you just got a dog or a cat or I don't know an axolotl, you got a dog now. All right. On deck we have Pita. Pita, you are on deck. But up next we have the homie Levi. Dr. Levi gets to the stage.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I guess this is old shit continued with new shit.
Continued with new shit.
A little something. Yeah, just last time was my first time after like 14 years. So I guess Ricky brought me back.
Hell
yeah. I remember back in 2012 when they said the Mayans that the world was gonna end. You remember that? That was crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
It was crazy, right? Anyways, yeah, honestly, she's the only one who ever gets me. Like, I mean, really gets me. Like, I understand all her High School Musical quotes and references. She understands all my SpongeBob references. Did you finish those errands? She was the black sheep of her family. She never felt appreciated. Looked too much like her dad was her mom's favorite. Picture a bond supposed to be sacred. Look into your mom's eyes and see hatred. What are we gonna name her? I said Mariah. She should absolutely not. I'm not naming my baby after Mariah Carey. After every appointment, I catch her losing faith. I'd ask her, is everything okay? She smiled at me and said, don't worry, Mariah's safe. I got my way. It's normal. Everything's going to be okay. Never give up. Remember that. Never give up. So, if she spent all these years telling me never give up, I'm trying to wonder, why did she? Why did she decide that night to go to sleep and never wake up?
Yeah.
Such a nice God. Why, Lord? Why did they take them from me? I guess it needed an angel face for all of heaven to see. Her picture's still in my mirror. It's scary. Crazy thing. I never looked at her obituary to this day. I still catch myself looking for her. I swear I saw her at Market Basket the other day. Every time I hear the song, so we're gonna bop, 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 bop to the top, I hear her voice. And then I think about, what would Mariah like? Would she would have my smile? Would she would spend hours in the living room trying to teach me how to dance bachata? Who knows? I guess we'll never know. Because she never got a chance to live, neither did her. But the crazy thing is, the Mayans wasn't lying. 2012, my world ended. All right, so that was some good news here. I told you okay, my world ended. And ever since then, all these years later, people tell me, you gotta move on, man. You gotta let it go. You can't keep dwelling on the past. Hakuna Matata. Right? Funny thing about Hakuna Matata, everybody remembers that, right? But nobody remembers Simba still had to live. He still had to face what happened. He still had to figure life out. You know the crazy thing is, she used to call me Simba back in the day. She was a big Disney person, but besides that, Simba lost his family. And eventually, he found Nala and regained his family. So I'm sitting up here wondering, after all these years, when's it my time? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes in the morning, I feel lost. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I don't know how to love anymore. Maybe I love too fast. I can count on my hand how many times I said I love you since that day. But still more times it's been said to me since that day. Maybe I think about rings too early. Maybe I'm trying to rush forever. Because not even gonna lie, I'm terrified to become another person in my life that leaves. She told me never give up. I got a really good job. I live a really good life. So if there's nothing missing in my life, why do these tears come at night? I guess I'm not that lucky. Like I said, I was watching Lion King the other day. All I said was Hakuna Matata. I'm just sitting here wondering, when is it my time? Thank you.
Alrighty, make some noise for the homie Levi. Now, Levi, what time was? You said earlier it was like a first time, or like a first time in a while, like a second time, or? Oh, you guys know. Well, some of you know what that means. All right, I'm gonna count to three, and all together we're all gonna say, "They came back." Audience, can we do that?
Yeah.
Alrighty, 1, 2, 3. They
They came back.
Woo! Alright. Moving swiftly along. On deck we have Eliza. Eliza, you are on deck. But up next we have the one, the only, the Mill City Spider-Man. Make some noise for Peter!
Hi, Peter.
Hello.
I've been supposed to work on this project home. Haven't. But I saw Spider-Man, the new movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing, by the way.
No
And,
spoilers.
yeah. Comic book accurate for the most part. Very fun and ton of heart. That's all I get to say about that. And it compelled me to write this one. So new shit.
New shit.
The day was getting dark, the beach colder than usual, far from the weathered moment we had our first kiss. We are having the talk, you know, the one that begins with, we need to talk. Even with the loss of words, the silence in between says it all. Just two lives, our eyes cry. Just two different lives, our eyes cry. We sit in our usual spot on the biggest boulder on the beach, watching the sunset, watching the day end, watching our story end. I watch as I lose a friend. We sit in my car in a sad yet peaceful silence as I drive you home until you ask me if I to go to Market Basket. You hold my hand and lead the way into the food aisles, and we're right back at the start. Ever present, we are together, smiling, laughing. I catch a glimpse of us in the window reflection and ask myself, why can't it always be like this? People passing by would have thought we were the happiest couple, not the loneliest couple in the grocery store. I am slightly confused, but I don't want to ruin the moment until I carry your bags to your door and you ask, do you want to stay tonight? Yes. Cooking dinner together, watching a 90s comedy movie together. No, really. Why can't it always be like this? It was different this time. Slowly kissing each other like we never see each other again. Exploring each other's bodies like the first and last time. Tender grace, soft feelings, hard passion. Breakup sex can be beautiful and bittersweet, like holding on to something special and losing it at the same time. We wanted to just stay friends the next morning as we said goodbye for now, but acted like complete strangers the next party night. Is it better to have this memory of being almost loved than never saying the longest goodbye? Who knows? There is no right or wrong answer here, maybe. Just try to live a life led with your heart at night, with no regrets when you wake up to a brand new day. Thank you.
Alright, make some noise for Peter. Alrighty, on deck we have. next we have Elisa. Clap to the homie, gets to the microphone.
Thank you. My bumblebee pants. So I'm gonna try to get this right, but this is new shit about old shit.
New shit about old shit.
And there's a little trigger warning about end of life, death, medical trauma, that stuff. And just for context, so I'm old. And so when I went to school, every Friday, they would have a wall and you would see your grades. It was publicly posted, your grades during school. Yep. And so we called that the Wailing Wall. And so this poem is called The Wailing Wall. We called it The Wailing Wall, and it was preparing us to fail. But we did not know that yet. How could we? We were young, and medical school entry required us never to fail. How could we know? How could we know sudden infant death would take the baby you witnessed coming into the world a few months ago, in his mother's arms, now blue, breathless, on your watch, your call night? The wailing walls in that room were a different kind. You don't remember the perfect test scores, you remember the failures. If only you were smarter, is the scream in your head. The wailing wall was there to prepare for the fact that you will never be enough, do enough, save enough. How could we know? The moral injury of social determinants of health would be your failure too. Prescribing medications that are too expensive and unaffordable, but yet they are the standard of care. Taking on failures of a medical system whose walls you did not create, but were trained to uphold. Those wailing walls are of a different kind. You will never be enough. How could we know? That we would have an hour's worth of giving and taking information to cram into a 7.5-minute visit, that filling the boxes on a scorecard for billing leads to emptiness, a lack of understanding and empathy in the list of diagnosis codes to justify my existence, but not the patient's experience. This is what failure feels like for both of us. You will never have enough time. How can we know? What it feels like to do chest compressions until your arms feel like they are jelly. You go back into that room to tell his family he is gone. The family who has been praying not just for him, but for you too. Prayers you don't feel you deserve. You will never have enough strength. How could we know all that year one of medical school, staring at the wailing wall and learning how to fail, that this would be the least important, but first of many that we would come up short? Life is not graded on a curve. We tell ourselves it is okay until we can't. We try to remember our wins and forget our losses, but we fail at that too. And maybe, I hope, that is a good thing. Because in the end, the biggest lesson we hopefully learn is that we are human too. And bringing our humanity to our practice of medicine is what is needed now more than ever. But how can we know that without living every single day with the wall of faces that are our failures? Woo!
Make some noise for Alyssa, everyone. I said make some noise. You can do better than that. Woo! Thank you, audience. Well done. Alrighty, on deck we have Neil. Neil, you were on. Oh, you're eating. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Just kidding.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I gotta like start looking around. All right. Take your time. Neil, you're on deck. Up next we have the one, the only.
Hi everybody, I'm Hazel. I'm gonna read two poems. Two shit.
Ooh,
One is new shit and one is right now shit.
Oh,
I wrote it in this room like seconds ago. Alright. So the first one is called fluorescence. Trigger warning for suicidal ideation. Fluorescence. Send me chrysanthemums when I take all the pills from the orange bottles on my kitchen counter at once and wind up in the hospital bed again. Tell me what beauty tastes like as I go comatose and can't speak under fluorescent white lights above linoleum floors and remember what you said about me when I was breathing, hardly breathing. Then taste my beauty and go comatose knowing those pills I took were water to a chrysanthemum, a flower who wanted more sunlight and instead drowned. That was the first one. And this is the second one. It's called cigarette headaches. Cigarette headaches, bruises on the inside of my cheeks. Ash burns melt into the driver's seat of my SUV. Aromatic smoke from the papers and glass in my friend's vampiric bedroom, staring into voids like a spiral, consuming a skull tapering. Smelling fluorescence in chrysanthemums because the last stop feels closer than ever, like free fall. Closer than ever, like free fall. Closer than ever, I wake. I breathe in all the bruises, burns, aromatic smoke from paper, burning paper, and it feels like free fall to a spiraling skull. I tell myself I'm tapering off self-doubt, tapering off the idea that I can't do this anymore, but an idea is an idea, like a pen is a knife to a poet who tastes of suicide. Thank you.
Nice and nice, Greg. The Untitled Choir presenting the song. It goes. Yeah. We're so good at this. Our mascot is Hazel. Alrighty. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. It's good to have fun and laugh and Wincy. Yeah. Let's clap for Wincy, everyone. Alright, on deck is. But up next we have. Are you done with your sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I couldn't, improvise. Okay.
So good.
Great job. Okay. Make some noise for the homie Neil. Clap
Thank you so much. Hello. Oh my God! What did I? Help! What did I just do?
There's another microphone too.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You get it. All right. Testing. There we go. Okay. So this is a quick story that I wrote because I really like writing flash fiction, and this is some new shit. New shit. And I'm just gonna put a general warning for just gross stuff, I guess. And violence. So.
Like body grows.
Yeah. So this poem, this short story is called "And the Shillelagh Flies." Here comes Campbell with his stick, Murray would always say. In the weeks following that damn parasite's arrival, Patrick hadn't been to the Pawtucket. His shillelagh had a proud history. His father told him to never lose it. It was one of the only things he brought to the United States. Murray was Irish, like him. but he never believed in anything. And now his mockery was groaning against his door, threatening his wife, Agnes, and young girl, Abigail. He's sick, Agnes said, her hands wrapped around her daughter so she couldn't hear him. Patrick held his rosary with one hand, his shillelagh in the other. With each bang at the door, he risked Murray's entry, and with it, death. I know, Patrick said, his voice leathery yet trembling. He finally stood and ordered them to hide in the bedroom. It would only take a moment. He stood, grabbing the club-like end of the shillelagh. The other end was sharpened in recent days. He put his rosary down and just as quickly flung open the door. The shillelagh flew. The mockery of Murray's head shattered like an eggshell, but no blood came. There was only the parasite now. A deep, guttural screech came from Murray. Patrick kicked him to the ground before it could reach for him. What was left of his skull shattered among the dead grass outside of his home. It belonged to a rancher once, but Patrick didn't like to think about that. Patrick raised the shillelagh high, ready to stab him through the heart as he did before, where the parasite lived. Patrick hesitated as Murray's legs twitched. Here comes. Patrick screamed at what he was hearing. He'd never heard anything like this. No, it had to stop. The shillelagh's cudgel flew again and again and again. Murray's body looked as splattered as his head, and Patrick wept. Thank you.
What is a shillelagh? I imagine it's like a oh.
It's like a wooden club made from iron and black.
I did Google it.
Okay, I thought of Googling, but then I forgot because I was paying attention. Yeah.
I could have said that before it's talking.
Hey, I mean, it's all good. I didn't know if a shillelagh was just like a known thing for everyone else. But anyway, make some noise for shillelaghs, everyone. Woo! All right, on deck. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Speaking of you, hi, you're on deck. I had already determined. Anyway, okay. As is on deck. Yay. Up next, we have one of my favorite people. Not to say that everyone else wasn't also my favorite people. I feel bad now. I love you guys. Platonically, professionally. Hi, George. Hey, make some noise for Connor! Dr.
So I've got some somewhat old shit. That's about tea. So tea is something essential to every writing session that takes place in my life. I sit here writing this poem next to a mug of steaming hot tea. Green tea leaves mixed with lemon ginger, my favorite. / what I am confined to. The truth is, I was never a tea drinker. I was a coffee man, through and through. But stomach issues have forced me away from my love of the beans and steam and bitters that used to delight my tongue. Now I'm stuck with the healthy option, the better option, the tea option. So to get my caffeine, which I need or else I cannot write, I must sacrifice. Though there is something sweet, delicate, and delectable about these gentle leaves that grace my taste buds, nothing can compete with the sucker punch of the deep black attack of my oh-so-missed coffee beans. Alas, I am a tea man now, imprisoned with the trees that sprout from this newfound habit. But I think I like tea. Well, I do. It's just not the same. Life isn't the same. The tea man is slower than the coffee man, less chaotic. He thinks more. Maybe it's the culmination of my life's work. the work to slow down. Gaze up at the trees and feel the leaves as opposed to bulldozing over them like the construction zone down the street from my house. Bastards. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. Tea helps me write and keeps me awake after work. I can't have coffee, so I have tea. I am simply a tea man. Thank you. In a couple of minutes, we do want to open this floor up to any community announcements that we do have. But first, I want to get through a couple of mid-roll announcements and some housekeeping stuff. So, I think everyone knows me before. I like this actually. So the Untitled Open Mic, that is us. And we are the Lowell. Wow, come on, Connor. Lowell Poetry Wheel, that is us. And we are a very wobbly wheel because we have 3 spokes. Untitled Open Mic, which we are at right now. We have Mill City Speaks, which is our slam team. And then we have Free Verse, which is our youth poetry program. And one of the great things about any of our events is that we do not charge any cover fees when you come in. And that's because we operate solely on grants and donations. Now, what does that mean? That means we are broke. We are broke as hell always. So the late and great Dr. Douglas Bishop started a tradition at these open mics where he would take off his hat and pass it around to everyone and ask if anyone had any spare change, if they'd be willing to give to Lowell Poetry Wheel. Now, I do want to preface this by saying, if you have extra change, first give it to the amazing staff at Dragonfly Cafe. But if you have anything else, it'd be really amazing. Or if you just have good vibes, put some good vibes in the hat. Or you don't give a damn, just keep passing the hat along. Rick, am I using your hat? Oh, I didn't even see it. I blame the pole. Rickoff generously gives us his grandfather's hat to continue this tradition that Dougie started. So I'm gonna pass it on. That's okay. So other housekeeping things, upcoming events. Yes, upcoming events. So we do have another open mic on the 19th of this month, because every first and third Wednesday. That is going to be another specialty slam, similar to this. More info on that to be coming. So keep your emails and social media peeled. And then in September, on September the 2nd, we're going to have a 4x4 slam. And then on September the 16th, we're going to have a venue feature with Slam Free or Die from Manchester Redemption. That's going to be really, really fun. Don't miss that, please. Other things, the kitchen closes at 8, so in 4 minutes. And then bar closes at 8:30, so, get your orders in. Don't forget to visit our community library over up there. There's some really cool books and some merch and some other stuff for sale too. I know one of our homies has some books for sale up there as well. Don't forget to visit our website, lowpoetry.com, and give us a follow on Instagram at Low Poetry Wheel. Am I forgetting anything? So I would like to open the mic up to the community now. If anyone has any announcements, anything, cool events, showcases, or book releases that they would like to share, I'd like to bring them up.
I got one thing.
You got one?
I got one thing. Okay, it's kind of ironic because the poem I read was "Look at the Moon," but look at the sunset. It's really pretty.
I do like this.
That's my announcement, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Anyone else?
Open up a poet appreciating nature.
Livke, would you like to come up again and shamelessly promote your book?
All right. Well, thank you, Connor, inviting me up again. If you guys haven't heard, if you came in late. I just published a new collection, my very first ever. It's called The Beauty and Vices. This poetry collection, it talks about when I see the beauty in life while overcoming my vices. And I wrote this in the, actually, it was in the challenge. I wrote this in the span of 21 days. And honestly, it was hell, but it was worth it. But yeah, if you guys want a copy, I have some up there right next to the community library. I take cash or Venmo, but anything is really appreciated. Come on down and take a peek or chat with me. I'm always down.
Hey, yo. Awesome. Give it up for the homie. Having a book. That's awesome. Announcement from one of our favorite homies. Even though he has one hand, that's something you want me to do.
You got a hug.
Yeah, I would love to use this community announcement. I know I'm on the microphone very often and occasionally, and folks know that I'm involved with poetry happenings here in Lowell. I actually also live in Providence, Rhode Island. So if you ever find yourself over there in Rhode Island, I do a lot of other fun events, art-related events, and food pop-ups and dinners. So if you're ever interested in making the trip down, all the information is on another Instagram account, Folding Chair PD. I know what PPD stands for. There you go. So yeah, if you're ever interested in other community events, definitely check that out. And I'll do one last plug. I am one half of an artist project with one of my best friends. We do poetry, but that's just very much part of it. We love to have folks and audience involved. It's food related. It's called Adobo Fish Sauce. And you can also find that on Instagram. Thank you.
Any other homies want to bring up Hazel? Come on up here.
So recently, I'm a musician as well. For those of you who don't know, and I play shows in Lowell a lot. I don't have any coming up near Lowell. I have one coming up in September. I'm gonna pull it up right now because I forgot the date. But it's at the Middle East Corner Bar.
I love that venue.
Let me see. September 26th, Middle East Corner Bar, and you can follow me on Instagram at the Hazel Adeline, and I'll post the poster there like when it actually comes up. But the other thing I wanted to like announce is that I have a song out right now that is the most recent thing I released. It's a very crass rap song called Ozempic. And it's not like offensive by any means. Maybe to TERFs, but like trans exclusionary radical feminists, but that's about it. So yeah. I'll be here all night.
Any other ones? Do I have any other announcements? Neil?
I have a yes, but I also have a question. Can we self-promote something?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Then yes, I have an announcement.
Yeah. Shamelessly self-promote.
So hi again. So if you guys are unaware, I've told some people here at the Untitled Open Mic, but I am a part of a editing company named Wandering Woods Media. We edit manuscripts. Everyone that I've worked with there has been amazing, and the chief editor there is someone who is my personal tutor who helps my writing not suck. If you guys have any manuscripts that you need, you can let me know or just shoot me a message on my Instagram. Thank you.
Editing is one of the things of my existence. I hate it so much. So
I love that.
oh,
I do it for
I
a
wish.
job.
I wish I loved it. I really did.
I love it and hate it.
Any other homies that?
Can you pay me to edit for you?
I don't know about that.
Any other homies that we want to welcome up here? Share some announcements?
Yep.
I have a little share on that.
So I think we're gonna get back to this open mic.
Okay.
We'll go welcome Nikolai back up here, and we'll get this show on the road. Thank you, everyone.
I also want to say because why not? Second half of the mic. I do kind of sort of have an announcement / plug. Cause yeah. Alrighty. To make this as brief as possible, since like January, hand injury, not very good. So as some of you know, I have a small knitting business, but for the foreseeable future, I will not be able to do any more knitting. But I have a bunch of stuff that I have already knit that is ready for your purchase and your love. I have plush little friends. I'm sorry, it looks so pretty outside. Little plush friends, like little mice with sweaters and hats and scarves, little octopuses. I have bags. I have little mushrooms. I have hats. Yeah, so if anyone wants to hit me up for something that I have already made, especially since I'm currently unemployed due to the injury, let me know. Yeah, that's what I got. Give a fun little friend or something else. Yeah. Alrighty, moving swiftly along. Number one, let's clap it up for Connor with the big round of applause. And keep the claps going for all the other announcements we have from our lovely friends. All right. On deck, we have Ricky. You are on deck. But up next, we have the homie Ez. Clap till Ez gets to either of the microphones.
Alright, so I got ugly poems. I have two new ones. They're both like relatively not that long, so I might just read both. Alright. So yeah, so this is some pretty new shit.
Pretty new shit.
This one is a little bit heavy shit, but like, you know. Yeah, this is ugly poem number 29. I love you, but I'm working on it in therapy. I love the scraps you feed me to keep me at your feet, begging like a starving dog. Right here for you to run your fingers over my protruding ribs, caress me for damages, assess me softly. Subject me to your whims. Don't worry, I was primed for it long before you got here. Suppress me to your whims. Don't look and you won't notice. I love you like my estranged mother, like anyone who's hurt me, like the damage really feels like love. I aim to fill empty chasms inside me with brightly colored smoke, with illusions, with someone else's emptiness. But what am I if not begging to be loved? But where does that leave me if not in a heap at your feet? But what do I get besides new wounds for you to spit into? But what is a wound for you if not an extraction port? Twin pin punctures trickling down my throat, a hole in my chest just large enough for your hand. Tell me to roll over and I will. I don't bite the hand that feeds me. You don't feed me anyway, but I'll swallow it through my chest obediently. I'll do everyone. Yeah, I'll go number 28. I live in the seatbelt buckle of a carnival ride. I'll never feel as free, feet off the floor touching nothing but the over-the-shoulder restraint. not locked into place, just clipped by a red belt worn pink, trusting in a mechanism that will be in suitcases by this time next week. I seek permission to exist, excuses to abandon my autonomy. I crave freedom from choice. Peace is all I feel, upside down as I am, the thrill rides through me. If I were to scream, it would be for the feeling of sound in my throat, for the pure joy of being utterly out of control, the certainty of surrender, the knowledge that no matter who hears me, no outcome will change. I submit to the belt buckle. I live in its shadow. I surrender to restraints, freedom from the overwhelming freedom of choice.
Make some noise for the homie Ed. I'm sorry, I keep looking. It's so pretty. This guy looks like cotton candy. It's so pretty. I eat it. Right. Right. Something I forgot to say, just a little announcement thing. If there are folks who came in a little bit later and you would like to sign up, we still got room. By all means, you can sneak on over if you feel so inclined. But yeah, so, gosh darn it, I'm not gonna cry, but like my soul's crying. What? Okay, hi. Alrighty, on deck we have Nick. Nick, you are on deck. But up next we have Ricky. Make some noise for Ricky.
Hi, friends. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll just share a poem. Do you prefer me reading some old shit or some shit that I just made up?
Old shit. Old shit. Old shit.
Do it for split.
You got a 50-50 split.
No. I don't have. I just wanted to ask the group, did I read a poem about turmeric here already?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
Either that or you're sharing with me, but I remember here.
Okay, I probably should here. I'll just make something up. I'll just.
Do it again.
All right, I'll do it again.
Yay!
Yay! All right, this is a poem. Wait. My fingers are stained orange. So is the countertop, the cutting board. Cut turmeric into small slivers for my dog to mix in with their food. And I eat the little bit that is left, gold. I try to chew it in the back of my mouth so my teeth aren't like my hands or this countertop or the cutting board. Just another tool stained with labor caring for something. Turmeric is good for joint health among many things, and I know my dog too one day will get old. I lift my eldest on top of the couch in the car and the cutting board. He begs for a bite by my hip. Homie just got his second knee surgery. I knock the stone pestle and break the ligaments of the lemongrass, the knuckles of turmeric, a bunch of cloves. I look at my fingers and see the intricate grooves within my own palm, fingertips, golden, aging like ripe mangoes. Like I waited for this after all the sun has made its home inside the skin of my flesh. Each finger aged like a turmeric itself, the root. Thank you.
Woo!
All right. I'll Say it's a trick. I'm gonna do both.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I love the squad over here.
Let's go.
I'm going to freestyle a piece. I it's a different way of writing. It's definitely my version of lazy writing. Can I get random contributions from the audience?
Pirate.
Onion.
Tiger.
Red.
All right, start off. We got a onion pirate. Okay. We have a pickleball, and then we have what's the last thing you were saying?
Red.
A red tiger. Okay. Yeah, there's a poem. There's a poem in that. And can someone give me a prop? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to do this poem. I'm going to forget the words, so please help me out.
Onion, pirate, red tiger, pickle.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Okay.
Pirate, onion, pickleball, right
Stop using your hand.
Performing with Goliath. I twist and turn. I twist and turn. My eyes open to a room full of turning knobs. The door is every single seat unsat. I am standing bare naked like Knuckles. Turning a door open, a seat unsat. I am finding my way across a room that looks like an ocean of questions I forgot to ask. The last time I cried, I turned my knuckle against the page of my eyelid. A naked drop of rain across a ship deck of a face. There is an onion pirate inside the chest of all of us, unsat at a captain's seat, an ocean named a question you haven't asked out loud. You are naked, twisting and turning, and you are looking for an answer. A pickle ball falls into your lap. The back and forth is an ocean tied down. There is something wild within finding something that does not want to keep still. All the legs that are like a chair is running rapid. There are words that you are trying to tame inside of your body, but they twist and turn in your mind. A dream of creativity, of stories not finding the right line yet. The right line yet. Have you ever came across a well-read tiger? There is something wild within a thing that does not want to be caught.
That was truly a once in a lifetime experience. Come back next Wednesday for something similar. Alrighty, make some noise for the one and only Ricky Horn, everyone.
I have some new shit. Some days I wonder how many years I've been 17 and how long it'll be before the soul and body collide constantly as the sea hits the land and chisels down stone and bone, tuning the jagged edges of the shore. I wonder how much of capital M, me, is already scraped out and how much more the tide will demand of my hollowed body.
Take stars for the homie Nick. All right. More nice than that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Nice one over here. I got you, homie. Alrighty, on deck we have. Oh, there we go. Hi. Hello. Alrighty, on deck we have Rico. But up next we have the homie Idalis. Clap to Idalis.
This is my first time here, so preschool, I'm like, my name is Idalis, and I'm going to be reading a piece I titled Bloom. There was a rose, one that found herself along the projects of an inner city too small to know by name, unless you fancied history books and textile museums. That version of her upbringing was digestible. It was history. There was a Rose who grew up aware that life was what you make it. She found puzzles easy because her life was far more complex. She stared at the world through curiosity and deep grace. Her heartstrings sang of 808s before Kanye's heartbreak. Poetry's new muse, she was insightful. Museum walls were inquisitive of her. Trying to capture her was like trying to capture hip hop and gospel music. One genre described her as deeply devoted, the other a rose that grew from concrete. Both weren't wrong. One sang of her inner interlude, the other the world's perception of her life's direction. She was a hybrid woman, deeply moved by the rhythmic patterns of time and essence, of discernment and lessons. And she wasn't afraid of the world. She was afraid of not leaving it better than how she found it. She was a woman who found herself forgiven, chosen, sought after. There was a rose that bloomed because the Lord saw fit for it to be so. She wasn't performing. She wasn't pretending. She's free. She's me. Thank you.
Make some noise for the homie Idalis. Idalis. This was your first time on the other open mic? All right.
Oh, I hear this, not from here.
At our.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. All right. Everyone! You know, well, most of you know what this means. Oh, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Please come back!
Alright. Moving swiftly along. Amala? Is that Amalia? Amalia. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a dot. Sorry. Amalia, you're on deck. But up next, you might know this person as Rickoff. But I know this person as Rickoff. Make some noise, Rickoff!
So in the spirit of unnecessarily complicating everything I do with poetry, I didn't have anything new to share today, so I asked a bunch of people for a bunch of different stuff, and I got, was it Pulchritudinous from Hazel, wherever Hazel went, Grease from George, Green from Ez, the question, what day is it today, from Nick, and I asked Nikolai for a place or a region of the world, and they gave me very specifically Poland. So I decided to write a Trisnastowa Skoich, which is a Polish Alexandrine. And it goes as follows. Pokertudinous sunset seeping gently through half-drawn blinds, and yet here am I, slowly sinking, leaves green fluttering in late summer breeze settling, blurry memories sifting, seen through grease-soaked taste buds, vegetable-oiled, crispy layer after layer, savory after image. What day is today?
Make some noise for Rika. And for Poland. Thank you, everyone. You didn't know I'm of Polish descent. Move it on, Nikolai. Move it on. All right. On deck, we have the homie Lucy. Lucy, you are on deck. But up next, we have the homie Amalia. Clap till Amalia gets to
I wrote this like over the course of the summer in my 25-minute break at a summer camp. Nostalgia is the dead body of a girl who saw it coming like a slow motion skydive, bracing for impact in her life, not flashing before her eyes, but falling. Nostalgia has resurrected itself into the dead body of a dead girl because it refuses to die in alpha class, because it refuses to die behind the wheel, because it refuses to die by the hands of anything other than to forget. The dead body of the dead girl is where nostalgia lies dead. After all, they did die together. Hands intertwined with one another, gripping the noose that lies within the flesh of the other, two deaths, yet no murders, no graves, no funerals. The police, I'm sure, would lose their minds if they knew, but the public, but they would have to feel it. That they could victimize another young girl and turn the case cold as they always seem to do, but they don't know. No one does. Doctors will pronounce her dead not by the absence of a pulse, but by the odd smell of deteriorating flesh, oddly resembling that of her perfume that she used to wear when everybody told her that she smelled so good. Toxicology says she has no slits to the throat, but I don't believe it, because she has the dark cuts of stretch marks just beneath. Because being a woman is the most impressive thing about her. Well, that and how seamlessly she transitions between takes, never pausing between scenes, if only for a moment, because she can't change her costume. Can't remove her frizzy hair like the wig she uses to play only her craziest characters. Slipping down the muscles of her thighs like the boots she wears when the soreness of her calves remind her that she's still alive. Pulling off the sleeves of her scabbed arms, longing for a new pair that she'll treat better. Sliding down her stomach like the bodysuit that she struggles to take off, her marks are the stretches to the fabric. They aren't fake, but they kill her just the same. Toxicology says that she has no bullet wounds, but I don't believe it, because she has the deep smile lines marring the creases of her face that people have given her, and tear-stricken eyes that lie open from those who haven't, because she's a special kind of lonely where people knock on her door just to let her know that they have no interest in coming in. Her nails are picked too short for that. Her needs bounce too high for that, and her emptiness just too lonely for that. She didn't mean for this to happen, but it kills her just the same. Rumor has it it's her own fault. For getting drunk off of a full sip of the world she wasn't ready for. It didn't used to be like this, but it is too late for that now. Because she's as beautiful as the things people have called her. As kind as the words they used to describe her. She was everything you wanted her to be. And now she's tired. Nostalgia has resurrected itself into the body of a girl, untainted by a cruel world full of victims. My hope is that when death comes for her, she'll be alive.
All right. Molly, was this the first one It wasn't. Was it the second? Okay. Okay, I haven't been around lately, so I'm sorry. If I ever ask that question, please don't be offended. We see a lot of faces on the mic. Make some noise for Amalia, everybody. Alrighty. On deck we have Mary Okay. I'm gonna do my best. Mary, you are on deck. Up next, we have the homie. That was a fun noise. Up next, we have the homie Lucy. Clap to Lucy gets to the
Woo! I don't normally do poetry, but Nick has made me come along and write something. So I new shit, obviously.
New shit.
I don't really have a title for it, but hopefully it's good.
Untitled.
The floorboards in my bedroom have begun to rot. Another storm swept through, and the rainwater must have crawled through the cracks in the concrete foundation. But who has time to fix the failing foundation or replace the floor before it all rots away? So I hastily pull a rug and drag a shelf over it to cover it and hide the decay. It's all I can bring myself to do for now. I just go to work and ignore it and let it spread. Now the room reeks of wet wood. The stench worms its way into my mind and keeps me awake at night. I know I should fix it, but I'm tired all the time. And the rot has spread, but I'm tired. And damn it, it's spread to the corners of the room, but I'm too tired to even get out of bed, pull up the floorboards, fix it. The stench fills the room now. There's nothing I can do. I can't even get out of bed for fear of falling through the floorboards. But I'm still tired. Maybe it would be easier to just lay in bed and let the floor rot away and rot away here as well. Yeah.
All right. Make some noise for the homie Lucy. Lucy, what's this here? Hi. This was your first time? You guys know what that means. 1, 2, 3.
Please come back.
Only if you're comfortable and want to. It's not like contraction. Okay. Alrighty, moving swiftly along, guys. Unless I'm mistaken, or unless anyone else wants to sign, I think everyone. We are at our last homie of the evening. Unless anyone else wants to last minute sign up.
You should do another one.
I should do another one.
Yeah. You should do another one.
On deck is me. Okay, that works.
Came to immediately.
No, that's not fair to our next homie. On deck is me, and up next is the homie Marion.
Hey guys. Okay, I'm gonna read two, which I don't really have to do, but I found this poem that I wrote in high school.
Ooh, nice.
And I was buried in the corners of my laptop, and it's not good, but it's hilarious. So I just wanted to share it because y'all are poets.
High school shit.
And I didn't even know I wrote shit in high school, so this is great. So forgive me because it's probably terrible, but okay. It's called Dear Physics. I hold it to eye level to return the glare. I marvel at its size, decisive, almost regal in its Sharpie finality, because ballpoint wouldn't have sufficed for this massacre. I suppose for these kinds of deaths, only professionals are employed. The lines are clean, a single slice of red visible across the top of the page, no sign of a struggle. My paper went down without a fight. The class rustles with wary anticipation, pecking order, cranes, prepubescent necks, gauge where they fall, trying not to reveal that they care. After all, this class is easy. I grip my unwanted sentence. This is not Hawthorne. My scarlet A is anything but voluntary and anything but an A. There may be no atonement for the ignorance that branded my idiocy onto this page, but F will mean fool, only if you dare assume this is over. I really sucked at physics, so I'm pretty sure that was like an O to an F I got on a paper that I worked really hard on. All right, anyway, okay, this is a poem that I did not write in high school, I swear, so it's hopefully not as terrible. All right, it's called The Not At All Subtle Art of Change. First, I tried killing myself slowly, because faster was messy and I'm a people pleaser. Eventually, I drifted far enough from living to mistake this for that. Disappearing is a most complicated, simple thing, and for a lightheaded moment, I thought the pain was really gone. I should have known better. I was born at the bottom of its Pacific Ocean, took my first steps through its surf, and built a raft when I realized no one was coming. How could I have missed that hurting me would make me, not it, weaker? Make it so when the tsunamis came, it was me, not the ocean, who drowned. Drowned in an ocean of rafts and people who cared enough to toss me one. 29 years, it never occurred to me to ask. It took a father dying before I knew that forgiving him was forgiving myself for failing to bring out a him in him that never was. I sank to the bottom, below rock bottom, and I sobbed and I swore I could not go on as I have, and then I did. It took a mother with palms lined from tolls that living shouldn't have had the chance to take. For 29 years, I watched her fix everyone else, never trusting her hands with what mattered. The closest thing to hell they know is not being dropped, and one day I swore I'd show her that's not the same. But one day would only come when I stopped swearing and started believing. It took 8 massacred relationships, a graveyard of self-fulfilling prophecies, betrayals, promises, and divided up furniture and friend groups. Thousands of dollars on out-of-network counseling, and vowing so many times that I started mistaking quantity for quality. This has to be what change feels like. It wasn't. In the end, it took a coup. 7 billion neglected, compromised cells choosing scorched earth of their own home over a life that had never resembled that word. Anything to stop me, their deranged commander, from putting them back together and carrying on. The audacity of these little soldiers, who I refused to insulate, then chastised for not keeping me warm. Living in a house I never bothered to decorate, and criticized when it felt empty. An army of me never shown love, but expected to give it on command and punished when I didn't know how. This body I treated like a house and gave up on when it wasn't a home. The audacity of it for doing the one thing I couldn't when I said, I can't do this anymore, and holding me to my word.
Give it up for the homies here. All right. Up next is me. Hi. No, the beginning of the I was like, I can't choose between these two, but I guess this is being rectified. Got some fruity shit.
Fruity shit.
Some new shit.
New shit.
Even though a handful of you have heard this one before. The newest thing. Anyway. Cherry flavored. Why do Americans love cherries so much? Don't get me wrong, cherries are a perfectly fine and yummy fruit, but almost every red 40 dyed candy is cherry flavored. Cherry candy, cherry pie, cherry picking. Cherry picking Bible verses to oppress anyone and everyone who doesn't align themselves with cherry red hat wearing folks who worship their president more than the God that wrote those very same verses that they cherry pick. The cherry on top is that we as Christians are taught to love thy neighbor. Maybe that cherry is too sour for some folks. But if that's the case, it yet again begs the question, why do Americans love cherries so much? Maybe when they spit the pit, it scratches the slur hurling itch. But if the seed will one day become a cherry and they spit the seed out, doesn't that mean they've murdered it? Thou thou shalt not murder. But apparently, if it's against someone queer or of color or both, that doesn't count. Cherry candy, cherry pie, cherry picking. Cherry picking who is or isn't legal on stolen lands. Cherry picking with single hands. Cherry picking who does or doesn't get health insurance or housing or food or any basic necessity for survival. Shoving this red agenda down our throats slice by slice because they'd rather see us choke than use our voices, our freedom of speech, to go against them. It's not let them eat cake, it's cherry pie or die. Cherry candy, cherry pie, cherry picking. Airheads and Jolly Ranchers can never replace the sweetness of human kindness. The airheads running this country probably don't even know how to spell the word kindness. They're too busy putting ice in cherry cola and ice in neighborhoods, sucking on Jolly Ranchers and each other's egos, dropping cherry bombs on families and children. You can stop the crime with a lollipop, but that cherry flavor won't bring their parents back from the dead. I've never liked cherry flavored anything, especially not the cherry candy, cherry pie, or cherry picking that has run rampant in this country. But I guess it's harder to oppress people with strawberries. Thank you. Hi, it's me, Sylvia. That is a wrap, folks. Is it not? Anything else we're missing, forgetting? Yes. No one's saying anything. So, well, that's the case. I can do a third one. Okay. Impromptu feature.
Let's give it up for our lovely host, y'all. Give it a big round. And shout out to Dragonfly Cafe for hosting this. Please, first and third Wednesday of every month, we got another show in a couple of weeks. Definitely, if you're interested in Liv K's book, take a look at it. It's for sale. And we'll probably be wrapping up, cleaning up, closing out.
Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here unless you want to help us clean.
Awesome, y'all. Y'all been sweet. Thank y'all so much.